Hey folks, Sandy here. So I think there was quite a lot of hype around the Steam Deck when it was announced. You had to join a queue, you had to pay, I think, to be on the queue, and then they gradually release it in stages, I think. I'm quite vague because, if I'm honest, it's not something I took a massive interest in. This one is not mine, it's my brother's, but I thought let's have a bit of a look around, let's do the unboxing, and maybe we'll have a bit of a look at it. I think I have to get him to log in. Anyway, so this is just the unbox. I don't know if I'll get to do a review because, again, it's not my device, it's not something I'll be using. But he's been kind enough to let me unbox it so we can take a look at least at the unboxing today. So let's get on with it. Right, it's always a bit tricky when there's something this big that I'm unboxing, so I have to be careful not to keep like nudging the camera, which I've got further back into me than I normally would. So apparently these bits on here are all sort of the different places you will play the Steam Deck. In a tent, on a Ferris wheel, on the subway, in a test chamber, on the patio, on the moon. Interesting, it's probably less likely. I'm kind of looking for on the toilet, I don't see it, but never mind. Okay, so attention, plug in, power on. Oh, this is the kind of the quick start guide, is it? Steam, okay, well let's just let's check what we have first of all in the, I'm assuming this is the power brick. Yeah, it looks to be. And we are USB Type-C, which is good news. My vision is not good enough to check. I'll have a look at that later, see what, and then probably just some instructions there that I'm not overly bothered by. USB-C is a good start. And I'd imagine the charger is quite a high number of watts. The Steam Deck itself is in a sort of carry case already, and there's like a security tag on it, look. See that, to check that no one's been at it before it's got to us. A little rubbery icon. Oh no, what's going on under it? Oh, there's nothing. Is that for the power brick, maybe? It's a whole chasm. I don't know if I think surely that's not going to fit the power brick. Because that was for just the headphones, I'm guessing, right? So let's leave the little bag under there for now, rather messily. Oh, there we go. It does fit lengthwise, just good. What did it say on the wrapper? Anything we need to know? Contents, video game machine and case. Yeah, fair enough. Your games are going places. Oh, see, that's your tear strip there. And we need to ruin the nice packaging. Requires a Wi-Fi connection and a free Steam account. Must be 13. Blah blah blah. Okay. Now, and voila. So that is the, wow, it's very wide. I think that's just a microfiber cloth. No. Oh, I see. Sorry, I get it. So that's to just pull it out if you're struggling to. Fine, fair enough. Okay, so I think that's kind of. This is my long USB Type-C, which comes from a power delivery. So if there's anything that's going to have enough watts going through it, I would hope that one would. Oh, okay. It's kind of sprung into action. So what have we got? D-pad, what do you call them? A, B and X and Y. I guess that's like a menu button and a, I don't know, like an app switcher. A couple of sticks, clicky downy as well. A couple of touchpads which feel like they move a little bit. There's a Steam button, that looks like a sort of options button, a couple of speakers by the look of it. On the underside, we've got triggers and shoulder buttons each side. And we've also got two, I don't know what you call those, but two of those fellas. It's the same on both sides. And is that just for sort of cooling, perhaps, I guess? And as I say, so I'm not I'm not overly sort of up to date with the specs, but so the specs from this is just from the website. AMD APU. I'm not entirely sure what an APU is. Steam Deck's custom APU optimized for handheld gaming is a Zen 2 RDNA 2 powerhouse, delivering more than enough performance to run the latest AAA games. Okay, so as it's mentioned, Zen 2 CPU. Okay, GPU 8 RDNA 2 CUs. This is also, I don't know, I'm used to phone specs, I suppose. So not a lot of this is making sense to me. APU power 4 to 15 watts. Okay. RAM 16 gig. On board. Storage. I'm not actually sure what storage. Oh, it's booted up as well. Look. That's fine. I will probably need to get my brother to log us in though, so I'll leave that for the moment. All model used. Okay, fine. Controls and inputs. There we go. ABX. So yeah, it doesn't call them anything in particular. D-pad, left and right analog triggers, left and right bumpers, view and menu buttons, and 4 grip buttons. They're called 4 assignable grip buttons, 2 thumbsticks, with 2 full-size analog sticks with capacitive touch. So the sticks themselves. Okay, interesting. HD haptics. I don't know why I'm highlighting everything that I'm saying to you. 2 trackpads with haptic. Oh, sorry, haptics is haptics is different to capacitive touch. Sorry, yeah, haptic feedback. So they're gonna like shake or pulse or whatever. I'm guessing. 55% better latency compared to the Steam controller. Pressure sensitivity for configurable click strength. Interesting. 6-axis gyro as well. Why not? Onto the display. 1280 by 800. It's an IPS LCD. It's 7-inch screen. 400 nits. I thought. Well, it says typical, but I'm guessing like typical max, right? Isn't a lot. If that was a phone, that'd be down the bottom end of the scale of things. Refresh rate 60 hertz, which again, you could argue isn't a lot. But we're dealing with a handheld device. Is it? I think that's okay. And actually, we'll come to something in a second, I suppose, which touch enabled. Yeah. Oh, the screen's touch enabled as well. That's quite good. With an ambient light sensor, good. Connectivity, Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Some stereo audio stuff. It's got a 3.5mm headphone jack. Here's the power. So input 45 watts for the USB Type-C. If I'm honest, I forget what the power delivery goes up to. But it is power delivery 3.0, fine. Battery, 2 to 8 hours of gameplay, that's interesting. That's quite a wide spread. I guess it depends sort of resolution, refresh rates, brightness even, I suppose, probably a big thing. Micro SD, USB Type-C with DisplayPort, and this is what I'd seen a little earlier when I'd scanned through the specs. With on mode support, so up to 8K at 60 Hz, 4K at 120. So that I think is quite interesting. So I think there is a deck. It is a Steam Deck, but there's a deck you can slot it into, and I guess put it on your TV, or maybe even plug it in. You still use the controls would make more sense even. But there is a deck though. So anyway, but yeah, 4K at 120 Hz. That's pretty big, I would say. That says that's quite a powerful little device if you can kick that out, really. USB 3.2 Gen 2Y. There's the measurements, approximately 669 grams. It's not too bad, is it? I mean, it doesn't. I wouldn't have said that feels heavy. I wouldn't say it feels light. It feels sort of just a nicely solidly made. It doesn't feel hollow or anything, but it doesn't feel heavy. So I think they've kind of managed to land it in just that right area. Operating system SteamOS 3.0 Arch-based. I don't know what Arch-based means. Desktop KDE Plasma. I feel like that might be some version of Linux. I think so. I think so. I don't know. Oh, look, there's a dock too. I told you. Okay, so what I will do, I'll see if I get my brother to log in and we'll maybe have a quick look at maybe I'll play a bit of Rocket League or something, I don't know. I'm just got a bit of an idea of how it feels and how it plays. Okay, so he's all logged in and he's literally just left it out saying, welcome to the Steam Deck. This is this, okay, so we're going to do a tour. This is the Steam button. Do I press the Steam button? Whoa. Power button, yeah. Oh, okay, volume button's on the top, next to the headphone jack. Micro SD card, okay, yep. Have fun! So, how 22 gig. He did tell me again it's probably a bit smaller and quicker to install, but I can't remember what it was. Are you more in your library? Oh, maybe I'm not. Oh, is it saying? Is it saying? No. Can we see how long? No. Back. Great on deck. Now, it said somewhere about, there we go, filtering X. Downloads. Can I pause that one and... Cloud error. Well, I mean, I did... Next, Rocket League, yeah, okay. Mind you, still 2 minutes, so I'll get a couple of things installed and then we'll come back to it, I suppose. Yeah, it'll take a little while. Whoop. You have unclaimed rewards. One thing I did notice, I'll just mention. Oh, it's not doing it now. I was rubbing my thumb over the trackpad and it was like pulsating, and at first I thought it was like a loose trackpad, and as I was moving my thumb over it, it was kind of wobbling, but it was literally pulsating. I thought it was quite cool, but it's not doing it now, so I don't know why it was at this one point. No, it's still being a minute and 10. So yeah, I'll come back in a second when I've installed some things. Okay, so Badland is installed. Rocket League, it's going to be like an hour and a quarter. Unfortunately, I haven't got time for that. It's going to be past my bedtime by the time I get to play it. So we're just going to Badland, hopefully. Oh. It's a pretty simple game, and it wasn't really... Alright, so I've turned the brightness down a little bit so that you can see everything a bit better. Oh. Okay. No fair. Okay, well, yeah, unfortunately, without installing some sort of slightly more taxing games, we're not going to really get too good of an impression of how it's going to cope. But the speakers seem, again, from the minimal use that was, speakers seem quite good. It does feel a very nicely made product. So this one is I think it's the 512GB version, which is about £600. And again, unfortunately, I don't know a lot of detail about how much the other ones are. I probably should have Googled it before I came back onto this this video, but you can look that up easy enough. So £600 is quite a lot, but at the same time, you know, you're taking, I think, the majority of your Steam library with you wherever you go. It does feel very well made. I mean, the amount of control inputs, it's kind of ridiculous in some ways, really. All the options that they have. It sounds good that you can plug it in and get even higher res at pretty high refresh rates. So yeah, it seems, to me, it seems a pretty decent bit of hardware. So I don't know, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. My apologies, normally I've got more of an interest in the product, and I do have an interest in it. It wasn't something that I ever thought I'd be buying. I don't really play Steam games, if I'm honest. I only really play Overwatch, that's about it. If I could get Overwatch on a tablet, then maybe I'm interested. So I don't know too much about it, but it's just an unboxing, isn't it? So you can have a bit of a look at what you get, and we've had a feel of sort of how well made and what kind of quality product I think it is. So do let me know in the comments down below. If you were looking for more in-depth information, probably on the wrong video. If you were just a bit curious like me, then maybe it's been interesting, hopefully. So there we go, let me know any sort of questions down below. Not that I'm going to have the answer, but I might have to find out, or someone else that watches the video might know the answer. I will read all the comments, I always read all the comments. So hopefully you've enjoyed that. For now, my name's Andy. I'll catch you all again soon.